Today, I'm going to show you how to service Shimano SPD pedals. So before we start, shout out to all of my new subscribers, especially to RN Adventures and also to all of my solid supporters. So let's go! When you first got your pedals, there was a feeling of smooth battery resistance. Well, you need to service your pedals when you lose that, and they start spinning freely. That means that the pedal is likely to be dry and there'll be no grease in it. So, in the Shimano PD ME700, there'll be a collar here that screws the axle into the body of the pedal. And then, inside the pedal body, there'll be a couple of bearings that allow it to spin. We have two ways to remove our pedals. First, using a 15mm open-ended wrench, and second, using a 6mm Allen wrench. Any of these can be used. Facing the drive side, using a 15mm open-ended wrench, fit the wrench on the base of the pedal axle and rotate counterclockwise to unscrew the pedals. Facing the non-drive side, using a 6mm Allen wrench, fit the Allen wrench on the back of the pedal axle and rotate clockwise to unscrew the pedals. To remove the axle from the body, there's a collar here. You just need to fit the Shimano tool and rotate it depending on the side of the pedal that you are going to unscrew. If you're in doubt, you can always look for your Shimano tool for directional sign. As you remove the axle, you will encounter some resistance as the bearing undresses itself from the pedal body. As you can see, the grease on the left side of my pedal almost gone, and the right side have enough grease. But there's a small amount of mud, so let's remove the dirt and grease so that we can replace it with a new one. Using a 7 and 10mm wrench, let's unscrew to remove the bearings. Just be careful not to lose any bearing. If you have a small container like this, you can use it to avoid losing any bearings. Next, let's clean the other parts of the pedal using an alcohol and a paper towel. Make sure that you remove any grease residue. In order to remove the grease on the ball bearings, we are going to use WD-40. Then let the bearings soak in a few minutes and dry using a paper towel. Now that it's all clean, let's put a new grease and install it one by one. In case you forget the sequence, you can always take a picture of the axle before removing all the parts. First, install the rubber seal. Then, put some grease. Next, the color that screws the axle. Next, the cone-like rubber that will hold the bearing. Then, put some grease and install the 12 ball bearings. Next, install the hub shell. Then, put another grease and install the remaining bearings and install the cone and black nut. In tightening the lock nut, it takes time to get a nice spin of the hub shell. So make sure it's not too tight and not too loose. Just the right amount that the bearings will allow the hub shell to spin. Next, we just need to screw it back to our pedal body. Lastly, let's install the pedals. You can use the two options like what we did in removing the pedals. The only difference is the way you rotate the base of the pedal axle. Facing the non-drive side using a 15mm open-ended wrench, fit the wrench on the base of the pedal axle and rotate counterclockwise to tighten the pedals. Facing the drive side using a 15mm open-ended wrench, fit the wrench on the base of the pedal axle and rotate clockwise to tighten the pedals. If you've got any views that you want to share with me, comment, suggestion, shout out, just let me know in the comment section below. And if you learned something from this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Keep safe and ride safe mga kapatid!